Welcome, witches and wizards. Today's session is on Alexander, the god of war and power. His energy so far has been based around the camaraderie of ants, and also like the strength of a bull. And the other thing we know is he lives in the desert. We know he was part of the Great War with the gods from that we've seen through Susan, who's fighting the Shadow. And we know that Igor also was the one that ended the war. We don't know how, but he had a huge part in ending it. So hopefully we find out more of what just happened in the war today, and also why we would pray to the god of power and war. So let's try and find out from the beginning of time to now what Alexander's all about. Find somewhere comfortable to lie down or sit down. Let's engage our breath. And let's begin by relaxing our body, starting from the crown of our head, flowing down to our jaw. Allow your head to relax. Moving into your neck. Your neck relaxes. Your shoulders drop down by your side. Your biceps, your triceps relax. Your forearms relax. Your hands and fingers relax. Your chest and upper back relax. Your organs and your spine relax. Your abs and your lower back relax. Your hips relax. Your quads and hamstrings relax. Your calves relax. Finally, your feet and your toes completely relax. bring our attention to Alexander, the god of war and power. What is his journey? What has made him who he is today? If your mind begins to wander, use your breath to return to this moment. And let's begin. I'm not gonna lie, Alex is a bit of an asshole. Like he was full bull. He stood up like a human, but he was all bull. He wields two huge axes, and his whole thing is he craves power, and he creates it through unbalancing the world around him. He absolutely despises Sage, who's the god of faith and balance. Because for everything to be balanced, no one can have power. And so, even though the war that took place was between Susan and Jessica, it was a civil argument to start with. They both noticed how her shadows were encroaching onto nature itself, and yet they were trying to come to an agreement to stop the shadows. And yet Alex saw an opportunity and went, "Susan, let me fight your battle." Thinking nothing of it, she accepted, and Alex was the one that started the war. And so Alex fought Jessica for thousands of years because he knew he couldn't lose. He had Susan healing him from behind, and Jessica couldn't stop the shadows from spreading while Alex was fighting, so the war never ended. This is why Igor had to step in. Igor didn't stop the war to save Susan, but to save Jessica. And so those who worship Alex wish for the luck of the gods, wish for the universe to be on their side for a short period of time. And that is all Alex will ever give them. A period of time where they are untouchable, where everything they desire will be theirs, but it always comes with the caveat that the world will once again come to balance. I don't think there's anything wrong with having a god. This is very similar to Aries energy, where Libra wants everything balanced and Aries is quite literally a bull in a china shop, knocking everything over. Are you saying humans have never done evil, that they are perfect? No, they learn as gods do. Yeah. I expected a somewhat eviler god. I mean, I'm sure there's stories where Alexander has done good things, but we are talking about the most traumatic period in the life of the gods. And it turns out that Alex was probably the worst person there at this period of time. There's nothing to fix. us humans crave or not crave to be lucky, to have the scales weighed on our side. I said he's a bit of an asshole for starting the war, but this is probably one of the only gods that I wasn't able to tap into what he's doing now. You started the war, you made a Lucifer? Yeah, but even in the Bible, it says one day Lucifer returns to the heavens and repents for his sins. It's the whole idea of, if you aren't given a reason to grow, you won't grow. This is why even Susan, the god of balance, only ever balances the present moment. Because if she balanced everything from the beginning of time to the end of time, then life would be exactly the same from the start to the beginning, or from the beginning to the start, from the beginning to the end. At the end of the day, if Alexander wasn't the Dark One, it would have been Jessica. There's gods like that in a lot of mythologies. Roman, Greek, Egyptian. Who was the evil god in Egyptian? The Egyptian gods. I feel like all the Egyptian gods had a pretty good purpose. This is but one stream. Gods 100% can change. For instance, Ted hadn't experienced love until Susan showed her what it was. God, Set is the most obvious one. But yeah, he basically looked like a Minotaur. Like, the first thing I saw was like a bull's nose. And I almost want to say his horns started really far forward and then went like straight back. Like, usually they're in the hairline. But I almost feel like, and we'll see what photos we find, but I feel like his eyebrows and horns died at the same place. I don't know anything about his hometown, his desert. Did anything come up for anyone else? I do have to ask. Chaos and unkindness is not wrong. It is a part of life. Anger is a natural emotion. And all things are in entropy. It doesn't make them a bad guy. Only a natural part of the whole. Vatican, welcome in. Alright, let's have a look. Let's jump over to Pinterest. Oh yeah, they had 2 axes. Honestly, this isn't far off. It was this nose. Yeah, it was this nose. It's weird because it looks like that he's about to eat this guy, and then in this one it looks like they're friends. Yeah, I'm thinking, who was the dragon? I think it was Igor. Yeah, I was looking yesterday in the car. When I go training, it's like a 40-minute drive. Did you do the ritual yesterday, by the way? Yeah, I do it every morning. Well, talking of him, this was the closest thing I had yesterday. These are all my saved photos. This is what I was expecting when I was thinking of a bull. I was expecting a more humanoid creature, but no, obviously that's not what we got. This is what I've got in terms of Igor looking like, the god of death and chaos. But he had wings, and so I feel like I can't use this photo. And so I spent like 40 minutes having a look, and we've got some more accurate. I still want them to have like a cat-like face. And so there's 3 photos here they've all got the right wings, like these light colored pigeon-like wings. And so this is actually probably the closest one to Igor, or even this one, because it's got the more cat-like face. Like, I can't have it. Definitely wasn't a dragon with a pointy nose. It didn't have like a dog's face. It was definitely a cat-like face with a short spout, like a short nose. So one of these 2, this is a better color. This is a better face. But overall, I think this is what I'm going to save the new photo for Igor. So if you lot want to check out the gods that we have created so far, just jump into the Discord. I've named it the Almighty Dozen. How on earth? Yeah, I really didn't expect him to be the bad guy. Alex started the War of the Gods between Susan and Jessica. Then just like, P.S. does not like Sage. Maybe that could be their redemption arc, like Alexander and Sage working together. Because there's, they say, depending on where you go to, if you're looking at like the horoscopes between Libra and Aries, a lot of people say the relationship never works. It's not good, it's not worth trying, because you've got someone that's trying to balance and someone that's trying to unbalance things. And yet, in other texts that I've seen, and this is the one that I truly follow or believe, is an Aries and a Libra can truly have an amazing connection together, but you have to completely remove your ego. Because then you can watch someone quite literally create a world where you can work. One is balancing, one is destroying, and it works perfectly together. But the moment one of you go, you've destroyed what I've created, and you get offended, if ego's involved, it won't work. So who knows? These two might actually make a really good couple later on. That is not canon, but I could definitely see that turning into a story when you're done with all the gods. Oh, I'm gonna write all these gods up in detail at some point. Yeah, definitely. It's why I've got the book. It's why I'm making notes so I don't forget the important parts. It's why I'm uploading the Reiki sessions. So if I ever want to tap into this space again, I can just watch those videos on YouTube that I'm creating and find out new parts of their story. But from me, stay kind, stay cute, stay curious, my friends, and I'll see you all very soon.